Welcome, everyone, to a brand new series. We are somewhere in Poland, and we are destitute. We have a whole 7 pounds to our name. However, the local village here has some land that was abandoned by the previous owner, and they have agreed to allow us to take it over on condition that we continue to farm it. So we are going to head that way. This is going to be not really a story series, even though I'm kind of doing a little bit of a story for the introduction. It is going to be a vintage survival challenge series. If you have ever watched Daggerwin's Vintage Survival, this is going to be very similar to to that basically. It's going to be almost exactly like that, except for it's me doing it, of course. And I think mine will be a little bit better in a few ways. Um, One of those ways is that I'm going to have a wider range of equipment to choose from because, unlike Daggerwin, I don't limit myself to the mod hub. The only thing that he really used from off mod hub in any of his vintage survival series was the old chainsaw. Give me just a moment and I'll show you what I mean. Or maybe I won't because apparently I forgot to enable it when I started up the save. But you'll see it later on in the series because I am also going to use it. However, I have a ton of mods from off the mod hub. I am also using some mods to enforce the rules that I have chosen for this series. Daggerwin has always followed rules obviously it's a vintage survival series, so you are limited to vintage equipment up to and including what he calls modern classics. For my own series here, I am going to cut myself off at the year 2000, and I might accidentally use something that was made post 2000, but the intention will be to limit myself. So we are here, and I kind of turned the wrong way. I needed to turn right here. Go up here. Yes. It's because I turned too early. I confused myself by turning here. I'm still learning the map as well. Um, but yes, so finish my thought. Uh, I'm going to use a lot of equipment that Daggerwin would not use because of his choice to stick to the mod hub. And I have a whole bunch of mods that are limiting me to follow the rules. I can't break the rules. One of those is no leasing. If we go into the shop and we look at change, oh, I did install it, but it didn't show up. That's weird. Anyway, I don't have enough money, right? But if we go to forestry equipment, just pick any one of these. You notice down here in the bottom left, there's no lease button. I'm also using an option, the additional game settings mod, which allows me to control what appears in the store. And I have it set to mods only. And since all of my mods are vintage, that does limit me to using just the vintage equipment. What else? Because of no leasing, I also cannot borrow equipment on contracts. So that's enforced. I cannot take loans. That one I don't have enforced via a mod, but I'm just not going to do it. So we're going to start with €7 and see where life takes us. For now, I'm going to put you guys on a pause until we get close to our destination because I don't have anything else to ramble on about right now, and you guys don't want to just watch me walk. Alright, we are approaching our destination here past this little pond, I guess. It's too small really to be a lake. And we come upon our first, well, our only bit of property currently. When we cross this bridge, we own a small section of trees here on the left. This little cabin. This goofy little homemade contraption. This field across the road, which, oh, I have all my stuff turned off because I was playing on my roleplay series where I need to have it turned off. So let's do zone markers. Yes, there we go. Which we have barley planted in. It needs some fertilizer, big time. It needs lime and plowing too, but we obviously can't do that at the moment. So we do have a fairly nice cabin. Ooh, I do need to fix some ground texture there. I didn't realize that got messed up. The road disappeared. Why don't we do that right now? Honestly, I'm not sure how that happened because, oh, probably when I replaced the house the second time, trying to get it exactly where I wanted it painting. That is going to be this texture. Yes. Ah, right. Alright, I'm gonna give myself a little money just to, I'll give myself 5,000 just to get this done, and then we'll set it back to our €7 that we're supposed to be starting with. Don't want you guys to think I'm cheating, that's why I showed that. And I'll show setting it back as well. Alright, and then we will, we'll just stick a couple of tufts of grass back in there. And call that good enough. It's a rough, overgrown track anyway. So, yes, and as I mentioned, we do have some woods here. And abandoned in the woods is this tractor and seeder. This is a McCormick Deering Super W4, a whopping 30 horsepower, but it does at least have some rear wheel weights. The only implement that we really have to pull behind it right now is this McCormick Deering seed drill, well matched to that tractor. And then there is this tree that was already cut down and abandoned over here is a John Deere 110 garden tractor. Now, something I want to say about this mod. This mod is only sort of real. So there is a John Deere 110 garden tractor. It is not this goofy articulated monster. It is a standard riding lawnmower style garden tractor from the 60s and early 70s. I own one in real life, okay? I own, it's either a 66 or 67. I can't tell for sure because I can't read the whole serial number. Does not have a 3-point on the back or anything like that. There was, however, at least one person, I think there was two people, that built their own articulateds like this. And somebody decided to base this mod off of those. Now, those articulateds, I don't know what all they did to them, but I can certainly guarantee that there's no way that they fit a 41 horsepower engine under that hood. There's just not physical room. It just ain't happening. Um, the original John Deere 110s were 8 horsepower, like the one that I have. And then when they went, those are what's called the round fender models, the early ones. When they went to the square fender later models, they got upgraded to a 10 horsepower motor. So anyway, just a little brief history lesson for you. You guys will see, if you'd like, me working on mine on my channel. There's some videos up already, and then also some more coming over the winter. I'm getting it set up to where I can work on it over the winter. You guys will see all of that shortly on my channel. So yeah, that is our home. Let me get us set back to our €7. Beautiful. And now we can get started in earnest. So the first thing we want to do is check if there's any contracts we can do. We can't borrow equipment, so this has to be something that we can do. Well, there's 2 cultivating contracts that we can do. And that's probably it. Yeah, that's going to be it, guys. Those are the only 2 contracts we can do right now. Field 85 and 174. So that's a job for the little John Deere. I'm going to run down there. Also, there's no teleporting other than, yes, I can use easy dev tools to teleport if I really want to, but kind of defeats the whole purpose. Based on those map numbers, I'm going to guess 174, that was one of them, right? It's right there. So I want to turn right, then left, and then right again. It was 174, right? Both of those contracts disappeared. Well, that's no bueno. I hate when the game takes a contract away right as you take it. So I'm going to go off camera and I'm going to fix this issue and we shall return momentarily. Alright, I'm back. So what we're going to do, we're going to go in here, we're going to clear all of the contracts. 0 contracts. I'm going to hit the generate new contracts button 2 or 3 times. I'm only going to hit it a 3rd time if none of the fields I just set up to what I had them set up an hour ago were. If none of the contracts pop. So, 1, 2. Three. So we only are going to get the 1 apparently. I might as well hit it one more time. Yeah, we still didn't get anything. So, what we're going to want to do is go and cultivate that field. And of course, field 85 is one of the furthest ones away. I feel like there was supposed to be one more piece of equipment. So we're gonna put y'all on pause while I drive over there, and I will see you when I get there. Brought you guys back real quick because I wanted to show you this. So I also edited the map with a beautiful prefab for making all of the traffic vintage. Now, unfortunately, it's all vintage US vehicles rather than Polish, but... Ooh, I caused a nice glitch there, didn't I? But, it's all vintage traffic as well. And I thought that was pretty cool. Alright, see you at Field 85. Alright, we are nearing our destination. It's just up here on the left. Unfortunately, we are starting this series in the evening, so this first job will be here in the evening. So, because also we are going to be running multi-day months, but this first month, because of how the game, because of how the game works, this first month is going to be a single day. I've slowed our time down to 3, and I think I'm going to slow it down to 2. Once we get into our multi-day months, the time will be locked at 5. And that is just to prevent me from just going psycho and doing a lot of tasks in a single day. Alright, let's get on with it. Set cruise control. And I'm tempted actually to... Yeah, you know what? Full transparency, I'm going to exit the game, after saving, of course. And I'm going to edit the save file by hand and then reload the game. Just to put us a couple hours earlier, because this is just too dark. So I shall be right back. Okay, we are loading back in. So assuming I have done this correctly, because I've never actually edited the time of day before. So assuming I've done this correctly, we should pop in earlier in the day. Just slightly, but we'll find out. It is really taking, well, it took a long time to load. I looked away for one moment and that's when it goes, right? No, we don't want auto drive. And yes, a couple hours earlier in the day. Perfect. So let's crack on with this. Again, set the auto drive. And I think I will give this to you guys as a time lapse. Or maybe better yet, how about an ASMR, just the tractor doing its business. I like that idea. Okay, we should be just about done here. I actually had to, for a moment, pause the recording and step out to the main menu to check my dead zone settings because this thing is extremely difficult to control. And I've come to the conclusion that this is just because we are driving such a tiny articulated tractor. You know, I've used plenty of the large articulateds with no problems like that, but this thing was just fishtailing all over. No contracts for us. Nope, no more contracts for us. There was a sewing one on there that I should have grabbed, but I forgot to do it. Um, and now it's gone. Because we could do sewing, right? I mean, we have that seed drill. So I'm going to make the extremely long drive back. And is this my corner? Yes, this is my corner. Down these beautiful country tracks. I'm actually going to keep you guys here for a moment because this one's pretty interesting. We're on what we Americans would call, most of the Americans that I know would call a two-track. Some places they call this a dirt road, but no, a dirt road doesn't have a grass strip down the middle of it. Unless you're from New Jersey or New York. And then you're foolish, but whatever. But right up over this hill a little ways, this actually turns into a different kind of road. And I thought it was really awesome that the mapper chose to do it this way. So yes, it is like a square cobble or some kind of brick. I'm not sure what this texture actually is, but I like it. I think it looks good. Anyway, that's enough rambling from me. I'll see you guys back at the farm. Alrighty, everybody, we are back at the farm. Now, I set the time scale to this 5x again so that I wouldn't forget going into tomorrow. And I was right. There is one more piece of equipment. We'll have to fish it out of the water. I have no idea how it ended up down there. But anyway, as to what I was saying about the time scale. This got us past the 6 p.m. or 1800 hour, and contracts refreshed. And when they did, sowing came up on the field that we just left, as well as another field. So I made sure to grab them both. These will be what we do tomorrow, which will be the next episode. I'm going to probably run about an episode a day, and I'm targeting probably about 100 episodes. Just whatever makes it feel like we have succeeded. Um, Tomorrow we'll make enough money that I can buy that vintage chainsaw, and we can cut this bad boy up. Now, I have no idea how this ended up down here in the water, but we are going to use super strength for the only time in the series, because super strength is also not allowed. But yes, we'll use super strength. We'll just tuck it down here at the bottom next to its tractor. I knew there was one more piece of equipment. So yes, there. Um, that said, I think this will be it for this episode. I would like to bid you all a fond farewell, and as always, I will see you on the next one. Thanks for watching. Oh, one more thing, sorry. This is a new series. It's the first episode. If you're liking what I'm doing and want to see more, please like and subscribe and leave a comment. You know, all those things that help the channel grow. I'm trying to get to 500 subscribers by my birthday. It's probably not going to happen. My birthday being January 6th. We're not even at 400 yet. So that's a lot to ask for a small channel. But if you guys have any friends that would be interested, you know, point them my way, and hopefully they like what I'm doing. Now I will bid you all adieu, fond farewell, and I will see you on the next one.